Liverpool spent £52 million to sign Naby Keïta from RB Leipzig. Now that's a hefty sum, but there's no doubt the midfielder's worth the money. His dynamism, athleticism, intelligence and technical qualities will see him contribute brilliantly in both attack and defence, and crucially ensure that he's a perfect fit for Jurgen Klopp's exciting brand of football. Keita was initially spotted back in 2014 by Gerard Houllier, then head of global football for Red Bull's football setup. At the time, plying his trade with FC Istres in Ligue 2, Red Bull Salzburg moved quickly to secure his signature. Back-to-back league titles followed as Keita struck up a fine friendship with a certain Sadio Mane and showed signs of his bright future. Fresh from winning Salzburg's Player of the Year award in 2015-16, he followed the obvious path and joined sister club RB Leipzig, where he's blossomed superbly in the Bundesliga under Ralf Hasenhüttl's management. Playing as an attackingly geared central midfielder within RB Leipzig's iconic 4-2-2-2 hexagonal shape, but also in other variants such as a 4-3-3 and as a hybrid 10 within a 3 at the back scheme, Keita's energetic box-to-box qualities were catered for well in Germany. When defending, Keita would position himself alongside fellow midfielder Diego Demi or Kevin Campbell within their structure, as he showed a sound professional sense and knowledge of when to hold his zonal post or track a player who ventured into his designated zone. He supplemented this with aggressive pressing when specific triggers presented themselves, like a pass to the ball near midfielder or fullback, or when an opponent received the ball with their back to goal or merely in an open posture, or if they took a poor first touch. The timing and angling of this was key, as he used his cover shadow to block passing lanes behind him to limit the opposition player's options, ensuring that they'd be rushed and forced into an unclean action. Cleverly, he'd often hold off his press for a split second to give the ball carrier the perception that a free teammate was available before rapidly pouncing upon the intended recipient of the ball, often causing turnovers in possession, and this is called the pressing trap. Moreover, when Leipzig lost possession, his superb counter-pressing was vital in winning the ball back immediately. His quick reactions and speed saw him heap pressure on the ball holder to turn over possession and attack again. Keita is very tactically aware and an expert at reading second ball situations. This is part of the secret behind his ball-winning capabilities. Part of the reason that Keita's transfer to Liverpool makes so much sense is because Klopp has enacted many of the pressing mechanics that Hasenhüttl installed at Leipzig. Keita would be close to versed in Liverpool's style of play before he even arrived. Meanwhile, on the attacking end, Keita, who will be expected to operate as an 8 within Klopp's 4-3-3, but could also play as a 6 or maybe even a 10 in a 4-2-3-1, will be an equally potent asset. To start with, his mesmerising dribbling ability and explosive driving runs will wreak havoc on opposition defences. Capable of beating his man in a variety of ways, through neat skills, feints, shoulder drops, shimmies, or courtesy of his razor-sharp changes of pace and direction, Keita is an extremely challenging and unpredictable man to stop, particularly in 1v1 situations. His ability to maintain close control at high speeds presents defenders with a dilemma when they're marking him. If they hold their post, he can breeze past them, but if one or more defenders are drawn into pressing him, he'll often find a teammate who's now free due to those defenders leaving their stations. He's also very strong and has a low centre of gravity, meaning his balance makes him very hard to push off the ball. This serves him especially well in close quarters and adds to his ability to resist the press. Keita is an ambitious passer and is constantly on the lookout to be as progressive as possible with his passing play. Whether playing penetrative vertical line-breaking passes, incisive through balls in the air or on the ground, switching the angle of attacks, partaking in intricate combination play or hitting shrewd disguised deliveries, his creative distribution will give the Reds plenty of offensive impetus. Furthermore, his diagonal forward passing also deserves mention, for these types of passes are so effective in causing opposition blocks to move both horizontally and vertically, and often cause confusion and lead to mistakes, or simply tire the opposition over the course of a game. His use of the half spaces is another interesting component, as he often drops into these areas to receive possession with an enhanced field of view. This allows him to use his passing to great effect in a zone that's typically less congested than the middle to increase the quality of his actions. Lastly, the man who idolises Deco and Andres Iniesta has a keen eye for goal and uses his shooting ability to good effect, especially from range, resulting in 17 goals over his 2 seasons with Leipzig. Multifaceted, uniquely skilled and full of quality in both compartments of the game, Keita's already showed plenty of promise in pre-season for Liverpool. He looks like a very worthy heir for the coveted number 8 shirt that was last worn by the legendary Steven Gerrard.